I'm Dave Butfield. These days, fishing is so much more than just soaking your bait in the water. And you may have some questions like, where's the most productive area to go fishing for your target species? When's the best time to catch that species? And of course, what is the best bait to use? Throughout my travels both here in Australia and overseas, I've been very fortunate to wet a line for some pretty amazing species. From barramundi in India, giant kingfish in New Zealand, and monster bream on the south coast of New South Wales, just to name a few. In that time, I've learnt so many different ways to catch a fish, and now it's my aim to try to pass that information on to you.
Or I hook a small one, I'm hooked on fishing.
This week we head to Sydney Harbour to chase squid. Sydney holds an abundance of two types of squid, southern calamari and arrow squid, which is more commonly known to locals as hawksbury squid. Squid usually live for around 18 months and grow at a rapid rate. These are a sought after bait, and anglers can spend many hours trying to catch these amazing creatures. So today, we're going to show you two types of techniques to catch squid, in the day and at night.
You got one lot?
Yep.
Good work, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Slot one in slow. One in slow. Might be a cuttlefish lot.
Oh, no, it's a squid.
That's squid.
Squid.
Oh.
Hey.
Good work, buddy. Well, we're in beautiful Sydney Harbour, and we're going for squid, and we've found a little area here. And it's called to locals Shack Bay, and as you can see behind me we've got some shacks there, but the main key of this area is all this kelp. There's a lot of kelp around there, and this is the home for this southern calamari. Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, Loch. And we've got that pink Daiwa jig out, and he's latched hold of it, so we'll put him in the live well, and hopefully that won't be the only one we see. Later on through the show, we're going to do some night fishing as well and show you that you catch squid at night using lights off the bridge. But we'll get a few more jigs out, and hopefully we'll get a few more.
Got another one back.
What are you going for the small ones today, eh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No big ones out there.
All right, good work. Well, there you go. I was just changing my lure over because I've got an orange, like a light orange, but it seems like this is probably the second cast from that last one, and he's hooked one already. So only a little guy, but these do grow quite large. And one of the shows I've done a number of years back, just on the other side near South Head, and that was probably, yay long. It was a monster. So these are only small, great bait for kingfish and jewfish. But we're going to put him in the live well for now, and we may use him for a bait later, Lot. You may even go for a dewie or a king.
Yep.
Now the squid jig I'm using here, I'm using around about 2.5. That's good for Sydney Harbour. If you're going outside or more around the heads itself, like North Head or South Head, you can get away by using the 3-inch, or when you get down the Jarvis Bay, the 3 and 3.5s work quite well as well. But I just find inside the harbour, the smaller ones, anything 2.5 and under, is the way to go. This is the Emeraldus New. It drops down at pretty good. Look, you can buy $2 squid jigs, but the problem is the way they swim, the way they sink. Some sink like that. It just doesn't look natural. It's a nice slow flutter down, and that's the way your squid jig should work.
Got one, Dave.
You got one?
Yep.
Oh, good work, buddy. Keep that pressure on. Oh yeah, definitely have got one. Very important when you do get a squid, just keep that pressure on all the time. I'll grab that, mate.
Yep.
Whoop. Squirt, squirt. Squirt him outside, bring him over
Come
here.
on, bring him.
Open the bail arm. Good work. Well, there you go. Mate, what's you and the small squid today?
I don't know.
No big ones, bud?
No.
I've been a lot of times around this area you will get the smaller ones. If we go on that other side and it was just blowing a little bit too hard, you do get your bigger, more dinner size. These are a great bait size, and that's free now, mate. You're doing well, buddy.
Yep.
And whenever you buy squid at the markets or from your local bait shop who's got fresh squid, always check the colour of the eyes. That can tell you, I mean, they're not going to be that bright. This is just, this is still live, but a good sign of fresh squid is the green eyes. So these are a great squid for bait, and kingies just suck these down like a Tim Tam. And I will keep those all live well. And if we end up going fishing later on tonight, we'll use these. If not, we'll let them back in the water. But a great bait, and good work, Lockie. Outfished me as usual. Alright, we've moved back inside and we're around the spit area now, and thought, well, it was blowing pretty hard, so we couldn't squid the places we wanted to go. We got 4, mate. It was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right.
Oh, and there we go, squirting away. So why waste good squid? So we've got another probably hour or so before it gets dark. So we've got some live bait. Let's drop them down and see if we can get a kingfish. We're going to show you how to fish this area, different rigs at night. I've made a quick rig up here. This is a 6/0 circle hook, and all I'm going to do is pin him through the back. I'm going to be pretty quick because I don't want him to die on me. Right, there's our squid. I usually use a size 10 ball sinker, but I was a little bit unprepared today because I wasn't really going to go for kings. So we've just got a small ball sinker on there. We're going to drop him down, but we're not going to have him sitting on the bottom. We'll have him on the bottom, but we'll have about 5 or 6 turns up. So about 3 or 4 metres off the bottom. We start putting him on the bottom, we're going to get, we may get big flathead, but the kingies aren't going to be sitting on the bottom. They're going to be moving around that mid-water. So we'll get that down. And if you're in deeper water, you may want to come up 7 or 8 turns. Alright, here we go. Now double hook up and look. You alright, Lot?
Yep.
Well, it didn't take long, and that's what I say. You have live squid, good quality squid. You can catch a great. I don't know if I'll get this fish. I've only got light tackle, and I don't want to give it too much drag. Just slowly work him up, Lot. What do you got, mate? Kingy?
Yep.
All right, he's going to take off. I'm going to just leave mine slowly out there.
Mine's an alright one.
Well, what's your tip? What's your tip down? Keep it tip down, you'll snap it in half. Keep that rod tip down. Tip right down. Right down, that's it. Because he's going under the beat, both. Yep. Right, come around this side, mate.
Get him.
Alright.
Yep, got him.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Sorry, mate.
It's alright. Oh, he's
got
gone.
off?
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That was a king. We'll get this one in. You want to take that one now, mate?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll get the net. It's just a bit of a mayhem when you got 2 fish going off. We'll get this one in. Alright. Slowly. Oh, this is a bigger fish, Lot. Alright, just slowly guide him in. Just let him run. He'll wear himself out. That's it. Slowly pull him up. That's it. Slow, just slow, nice and gentle. This one's playing hard, mate. He's still got a lot of kick in him. All right, just walk backwards for me. There you go. Fantastic. And there's the yellow-tailed kingfish. How was that, mate? Good fun?
Good, yep.
I know you've caught some in the past, but just some good quality squid. And honest, we had that rod down for what, probably 5 minutes?
Yep, yep.
And we had a double hook up. We lost the first one, only using single hooks. If I was using my double, we'd probably would have probably kept the fish on, but just a single hook was fine. They're only small squid, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially on light tackle. You don't have to go too heavy. Mate, good work. Well, mate, we'll measure this one up. We'll find out if he's legal or not. I reckon he's going to be on that borderline of probably 62, 60, 65. So we'll measure him up. Wouldn't mind taking a bit of kingy home for dinner. If he's undersized, back in the drink he goes. Well, let's check him out. Well, we just measured him up, and actually he's just on that 65. Just look, you give and take a millimetre. But look, at the end of the day, we want him to fight another day, and hopefully next time we catch him, he's over 10 kilos. Well done, Lock.
Yep.
It's a shame. Look, Lockie had, I reckon it was a little bit bigger on the other side, and the hook's just fallen out. But we've still got one on board. We've still got another squid left, another 2 squids or so. I reckon we put them both down, and we might get another run. Bit of fun before it gets dark.
Yep.
Good work, buddy. Get that fish in the water. Off he goes.
Hi, I'm Jackie M, and I'm a Malaysian cook based here in Sydney, Australia. Now, last time I was on the show, Dave very kindly dropped off some blackfish, and with that I pan-fried it and made some curry sauce to go with it. This time he's done one better and sent me over some squid, which is fantastic. And I'm going to show you a very quick and easy recipe to use for that, and you don't need any fancy ingredients. But first of all, I'm going to show you how to clean it. Okay, so I've just got a squid over here. You just want to remove the head. The head, if you want to save it for bait, that's fine. And we just got to remove the plasticky spine as well. Now I'm just going to cut a quick slash down the length of the squid, and I'm just peeling off the skin. As you can see, it comes off quite easily, really. Okay, so I've got that done. I'm just going to cut this into rings. You don't have to. You can cut them into chunks. Now I'm just going to put this aside. So I've got the squid all cut up, and I'm just going to move this out of the way. In the meantime, I've got some oil just heating up in this wok over here. I'm just going to quickly flash fry it before I cook it a second time in this pan. And in terms of ingredients, just very simple. What would be great is if you can pick up some curry leaves at your local Asian store. If you can't find them fresh, you can always get dry ones as well. And I've got some butter, some evaporated milk, just some chili chopped up over here. I've got a little bit of flour over here. I'm using tapioca flour. You can use rice flour, you can use plain flour or corn flour. And I've got a bit of minced garlic, bit of pepper, bit of sugar, and some chicken seasoning. Okay, chicken stock granules or chicken stock cubes would work as well, or you can leave it out altogether and just replace it with some salt. Let's see how the oil is going. I'm just going to toss the squid rings in a bit of flour. The flour just helps to absorb some of the moisture so it doesn't spit that badly when you fry this up. Okay, let's see how we go. So it's just bubbling up to the top, so we know it's ready. I'm just going to add the rest of the squid. You don't want to overcook this. You just want to crisp it up very, very quickly. Okay, it's ready to be taken out. I'm just using a slotted spoon over here. Just be a little bit careful with it because it can spit a little bit. Okay, so that's step one done. And I'm just heating this frying pan over here. And to that, I'm just going to add a bit of butter. Fair bit of butter, actually. Just want to heat it up and throw in some garlic and the curry leaves and the chili as well. Just, if you like it spicy, just add more chili. If you don't, you can leave it out completely. You want to melt the butter and you want to brown the garlic a little bit. Again, it won't take long. And you can toss in the squid. Mix it around, add some seasoning. So I'm just throwing in the pepper. You want a pinch of sugar in here. And about a half teaspoon of chicken stock granules. And just the evaporated milk. There you go, I'm just going to plate this up. So as you can see, very, very quick and easy. Just within probably about 5 minutes, we've managed to whip up a wonderful, scrumptious squid with evaporated milk and butter dish. If you want the full recipe to this, just go to my website, which is jackiem.com.au. And in the meantime, why don't we go back to Dave and see what he's got in store for us.
Yep, we got one, I think. Lockie, got a little bit of weight.
Yep.
And we have, yep, whoop, yep, we've got one. Beautiful. All right, open it up, whoop. Whoop.
Lucky that was water.
Well, there you go. Yep. Smaller one this time. Lockie, what are you doing, mate? Dragging the chain. Just keep on opening that bait tank for me, mate. There you go. Well, there you go. Just we've probably been here for probably half an hour or 40 minutes, and you know, we've got, what have we got there? Five so far.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to do. Now the rig I'm using, it's just a basic simple rig. The same what we're using today, you know, where we had a single rig, casting the lure out, letting it sink down, jig jig, wind the slack in, jig jig, and we're getting squid. But we're in a different location. We're here, we're under the bridge. As you can see, it's pretty noisy. You've got cars going over the top. But what's keeping the squid around here is the lights off the bridge. There's so much bait fish. You just look at the sounder there. There's so much bait fish, and it's everywhere. So the squid are taking the little bait fish. There's flying fish around here, baby flying fish, and that's what the squid are eating. We've got this little prawn jig. This is a 1.8, and then we've got a snapper sinker. We've got on like a Paternoster rig. As you can see here, we've got our snapper sinker, line, and then we've got our end that comes off. It's around about 200 mils. And then we've got a glow stick. Pretty important, having a glow stick. So, squid are all about sight, so this brightens up the water. They can see it from a distance. They come out over to investigate, and they see our little prawn. I've got one too. I'm on, lock. While you're getting yours off. Oh, this is a good one too, Lockie, I think. Woo! There you go. It's that coloured jig. I just changed Lockie's over. They're all nice and healthy in there. There you go. There's another one. So we've got a lot of circulating water in there. That's probably the most important thing when keeping these alive, is having a good bilge pump or a bait pump in there. So it's always pumping a lot of water in there. Also, I don't like having the clear. It's alright for fish like your yakkers and slimies. They have like a glass or perspex lid, lets the light in, you can see what's going on. I like putting the squid in the dark, and that's just the carpet, is a carpeted lid. So there's no light in there. When I shut that lid, it's all dark and they feel a lot more safer. So as soon as you open that lid, they stress out a bit. So the quicker you can get that squid in there, close it back up, the better your squid are. Just sat down for 2 seconds. We're on again. Beautiful.
I've got something as well.
You got one?
Yeah, I got
good
something
on you,
as well.
love. Oh.
Yeah, I got one as well.
You got one?
Yeah,
Double
I got
hook
one.
up, squid. Woo!
Yeah.
Little one, mate.
Yep.
Bring it over here, give us a look.
Yep.
You alright?
Yep, I got him.
What's that tip?
Got it.
Yeah, so you got 2 squid, little one, big one. And these aren't giant. I've caught a lot bigger ones than this. And, you know, these are probably, what, 200 mils long. I've caught them, you know, probably another 100, 150 mils on that again. And the bigger ones are great for stripping. So these are perfect the put on hole, and then the larger ones I like to strip, cut the head off, open the body up and clean it out, strip it, and you get 3 to 4 baits out of each squid. Right, we'll put that in. We'll have to run the big bait tank in a minute, mate, away we're going. What I think makes a difference as well, look, I love my kingy fishing and it's something I'm passionate about, but to get kingfish, and people go, how come you catch kings every time you go out? Well, it's not every time, but I get it, my percentages increase because I've got that right bait, I've got that live or fresh squid, just caught squid, and that's why I put so much effort into going squidding, so I can get the squid. And what I've done to my boat here, I've put under the gunnels here, I've put some lights, and that lights up the water and it attracts a lot of bait, and we've seen flying fish. Lockie just had a little gari, and it attracts all the bait around our boat. You got one, or you just daydreaming again?
No, I've definitely got one.
Oh,
yeah, I've got one.
Good work,
it's a big
mate.
one.
You know what we're having for dinner tomorrow night, mate? Salt and pepper squid. Pass it over here, buddy.
Yep.
That squid jig is just doing an amazing job, you know. I'll get that off. There, put that in the live well. And that one's a little bit more goldy than the other one, but it's still like a natural colour. Well, here we are, look, back at the boat ramp. What a day, mate. We've got some southern calamari, we've got arrow squid, and a bonus, we had some fun on some kingfish.
Yep.
And that's the thing, we weren't planning to go for kingfish, but we caught the first lot of southern calamari, and I thought, well, why put in the waste? Let's give them a go, you never know what you'll come across. And within 5 minutes of putting the rods out, we were hooked up, eh?
Yep.
That wasn't quick enough for the net, lost one, but it was still great fun, and especially on light tackle, you can't beat it. And then under the bridge, some jigs, glow sticks, and we got 15, 16 squid, you reckon?
Yep.
So it looks like it's calamari for dinner tomorrow night. Mate, I've had enough. And I think everyone's just packed up and gone home, so it's time for us to go. Hope you enjoy the show. I'll see you next week somewhere around Australia.
That water makes it clear to see that fishing's just like therapy. The worries of the world all just drift away when I'm out here fishing for the day. So if I hook a big one or I hook a small one, I'm hooked on fishing again.